Here's my take on the fight. Everything is true about this situation. One, Gervonta Tank Davis was being ducked leading up to this. Shakur Stevenson ducked him. Lomachenko ducked him openly. El Rayo didn't want to fight this year. He wanted to fight next year. Another thing is...
You gonna show us how to knock a nigga out? I'm gonna show y'all how to knock Tank Davis out. Okay. Hey, Tank, he said he about to knock your ass out.
I would have to go with Tank, though. I would have to go with Tank. You know what I mean? But I think it's a real good fight. You know what I mean?
The boxing world is on fire with Haven Brady Jr.'s bold statement about the potential showdown between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. when he said he sees the fear in you. Brady believes that Lamont Roach is now a professional fighter and he will beat Tank Davis.
So I definitely think that's a good fight. I mean, I feel like Tank gonna break him down and probably stop him like he always do. But I feel like Lamont Roach, he can box pretty good, so it's gonna be a little harder. My thing is when people fight Tank, it's matter if they scared or not. If you go in there scared, he see the fear in you, and it's a matter of time before he take you out. You can see in the Frank Martin fights and a lot of fights when he starts smiling and stuff, he know he got to you. So if Lamont Roach going there with the thing of he trying to win and he the best guy.
Lamont Roach stated that this fight is very important for his boxing career, facing a tough opponent, and if he would win, will open new opportunities for his boxing career.
Man, it's very important. You know, I get to avenge those losses, but it's a testament to us, you know, as fighters as well. When we fought, it was in a regional championship and a national championship. So obviously we've been the best for a long time, and then look at us now. We're doing it for big money, big stage, world championship. So obviously we've been doing our thing since kids, and right now we're doing it and we're getting paid for it.
Lamont Roach isn't looking back now. Ahead of his highly anticipated clash with Tank Davis, he will prove his skills. With his confidence at an all-time high, he's ready to show that he's more than just a challenge for Tank.
A chance to be known, recognized as one of the best in not only one division, but two. And you know, take this boxing game by storm. Once I win, man, it's like it's gonna be no holds barred. It's gonna be no looking back. And like you said, I'm gonna take full advantage of it. Again, Tank is not a big guy. I'm fairly, you know, probably bigger than him, especially to the naked eye to a lot of people, but I really am physically bigger than him. And 135, I'm a nice size 135, I think myself. So the opportunity, when I got the opportunity, it was a no-brainer. He's considered one of the best in the world, and that's what I got in this sport, to be the best. So I'm going to prove to the world March 1st that I'm going to be the best.
Meanwhile, on the other side, a stern warning is issued from renowned trainer Bozy Ennis about facing the ferocious Gervonta Tank Davis. While backing Tank Davis, he believes Tank's power and explosiveness will be too much for Lamont Roach to handle.
Hey, with Tank, you don't trade with him. You got to box. Box, move, tie him up. You know what I mean? Walk him around, frustrate him. You know what I mean? Let him drop his guards. You know what I mean? Let him drop his guards, and then you do take it. But it's difficult when you fighting Tank, man. It's difficult when you fighting him because Tank sets you up with all types of shots, man. You can be beating Tank, man. Hitting him with all kinds. If you can't punch, you're in trouble.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But with Tank.
However, in shocking turns of events, Gervonta Tank Davis has confirmed that his career is coming to an end. For the last time, Tank Davis will defend his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach on December 14th in Houston, and then the boxing star will enjoy his retirement.
How do you envision 2025 playing out for you?
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight? You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight? Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Just fed up, just tired of the other bull crap.
You said that you have your opponents mapped out. So who are the opponents for the final stages of your career?
Not to cut you off, I don't really have them really like mapped out, but it's just like, you know.
Anyone in mind that you're thinking about after Roach?
Nah, not yet. I'm just trying to focus on him right now. And then once we get him out the way, then we can, you know.
You put your name with the greatest when you retire? You put your name. You put your name next to the greatest.
I don't even care about that, bro. I don't even care about that. And where I'm from, bro, I will forever be a great. I will be a forever great to myself. I don't care about none of that.
In an interview, Davis described his feelings bluntly, calling the sport trash and admitting he's fed up with everything surrounding it. His focus now is on making money and living a quieter life out of the spotlight.
Just like that. Thank you, guys. All right, guys, turn out and face the camera, please. Right in the front, right here. Right here in the front for Esther. Lamont right here. Lamont down here, please. Back in the cameras in the back, too. All the way in the back, Lamont. All right. Thank you, guys.
Davis has also expressed that he wants to step away for his family's sake. He plans to seek therapy to address his anger issues and become a better father to his 2 daughters, with the goal of leading a more peaceful and humble life. Caleb Plant, an American professional boxer, is fully aware of both Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach's skills and styles, and he's predicting an exciting fight ahead. With both fighters bringing unique strengths to the ring, Plant believes this showdown is bound to deliver fireworks.
I mean, it's an exciting fight, especially for the East Coast. And, you know, Roach is a great fighter. Grew up with him in the amateurs and, you know, hell of a guy, hell of a boxer. So I think it'll be exciting.
Renowned boxing analyst and YouTube showbiz The Adult is not holding back and called the potential Tank versus Roach fight a disappointment and trash. His harsh criticism has sparked debates among fans.
All right, I understand that. At the same time, Lamont Roach versus Tank is trash. If Devin Haney announced he was fighting Lamont Roach coming up from 130 next at 135, I'll say that shit's trash. Let me tell you this. To me, Gervonta is far better than Devin Haney. So it's trash, bruh. It's trash.
WBA lightweight champ Gervonta Davis is gearing up to clash with WBA super featherweight kingpin Lamont Roach early next year. While plenty of fans are already betting against Roach, boxing legend Bernard Hopkins warns that Davis better not take his 29-year-old challenger lightly, because in the ring, surprises pack a punch. Tank declared that he would knock out Lamont Roach in the early rounds. His confidence is through the roof.
There's the call. You have it. To close it out, you're taking on Roach. This is on March 1st. You predicted 9th round knockout. Why 9th round?
I was just fooling around. But hopefully I can get the night. Hopefully. Well, it's going to happen for sure. It's going to happen.
Meanwhile, American boxer Keyshawn Davis has just called out Gervonta Tank Davis, sending a clear message to the lightweight champion. He boldly declared that he would knock Gervonta's short ass out. Meanwhile, Bernard Hopkins weighed in on the upcoming Davis versus Roach clashes during an interview. Hopkins, who's with Golden Boy Promotions and was involved in last year's Davis versus Ryan Garcia showdown, quickly shared his 2 cents on the bout. Hopkins stated, "Tank Davis, to me, he's going to give anybody problems. The burden is on Roach or anybody else. In this case, it is Roach. The burden is on him. Roach will be climbing up a weight class to square off against Davis in a bid to secure a title in the lightweight division. The WBA even made a special exemption to allow Roach to fight Davis for the title. Roach was initially summoned by the sanctioning body to face off against interim titleist Albert Bader-Gaziev earlier this summer. Regardless, Hopkins warned Davis, anything can happen in this world of boxing. Both guys need to come in the way they need to come in. Not just that, Hopkins feels Davis should not overlook Roach either. Hopkins further sent a clear warning to Gervonta Tank Davis, not underestimate Lamont Roach, as he stated, Tank cannot underestimate Roach. Roach is a real good fighter, boxer, and puncher, and he had some confidence from the amateur. In the meantime, Lamont Roach has shared how his bout against Davis came to be.
I would prefer Tank Davis, the top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. I would knock Tank short out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do all that. Like, Tank is a great fighter, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that he got the power, he got the skill and ability, he's patient, you know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me. And I'm coming with that same shit he coming with, and he know that. His coach Kenny, you know, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? Tells him to go fight the from Cuba. No, nigga, I'm gonna fight Tank. Stop mentioning other people when I mention your fight. The is you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. Tank, you know.
Roach claimed that he was first approached by PBC right after Davis's fight with Rolando Romero. He stated, "I've been in the Tank sweepstakes 2 years ago. I got a call from them 2 years ago after the promotion searched for a fighter in Washington, D.C. Although Roach agreed back then, the fight fell through as he wasn't yet a champion, and the PBC ultimately went with Hector Luis Garcia. That being said, Gervonta Davis seems to have backing from Bernard Hopkins, but B-Hop has cautioned Davis about Roach's abilities. Only time will tell whether Roach will present any sort of challenge for the Baltimore native. Who are you betting on in the fight? Davis predicted that he would knock out his former amateur rival Lamont Roach from the Baltimore, Washington area. Davis said, "I like to show people that they aren't who they say they are. I like to prove it to the people they come with. My first time winning the title, the whole building doubted me." However, Lamont Roach Jr. is the current WBA super featherweight champion, moving up in weight for this fight. Roach is seen as the underdog, but shouldn't be underestimated. He's riding a wave of momentum after defending his super featherweight title with an 8th round TKO win over Firgal McCrory in June 2024. About the upcoming match, Roach said, "This is a hell of an opportunity, and we're gonna conquer it. Everyone knows what I'm gonna do, and if you don't, you'll be surprised. I'm gonna show you what happens when two dogs go in the ring together." Bill Haney, father and trainer of Devin Haney, questioned Davis's choices regarding his opponents. According to Haney, Tank has avoided the most dangerous boxers and downplayed the challenge presented by Lamont Roach Jr. Haney said while criticizing how Davis has managed his career, "I don't think Lamont has the quality to beat Davis, and if he fights Shakur Stevenson, it will be a good fight. I give it 50-50, but I think Tank is avoiding real boxers." Despite the criticism, Gervonta Davis remains one of the most charismatic and controversial figures in modern boxing. His aggressive style and impressive knockout ability have solidified him as one of the best in the sport today.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm a show.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
I ain't worried about that. Yeah, Tank's my guy too, man. I appreciate him. He shouted me out after the win. And you know what's crazy? After he beat Hector, I told him thank you. I was like, I seen him and I was like, thank you, bro. But that's because, see, Hector was supposed to fight me because I was the mandatory. But he uses voluntary defense to fight Tank, which isn't a defense because he moved up in weight. So we thought that the WBA probably would strip him and I fight Otar for the belt.
Yeah.
The stakes are high for both fighters. Gervonta Davis is putting his WBA lightweight title on the line, while Roach is aiming to become a 2-division champion. For Davis, this fight is about maintaining his undefeated status and solidifying his position as one of boxing's elite. For Roach, it's a career-defining opportunity to upset one of the sport's biggest names and catapult himself into stardom.
I'm gonna put it like, I'm gonna be in shape, so I don't give a fuck. I could blast all 12 rounds. But he gonna be a damn fool. He trying to watch me the first half of the fight. He gonna be down, and then next thing you know, the last bell gonna ring. They gonna be like, ding, 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 winner, Lamont Roach.
The fight has generated significant buzz in the boxing world, with many seeing it as a potential showcase for Davis. However, Roach has expressed confidence in his ability to pull off the upset, viewing this as his chance to cement his legacy in the sport. Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach have a bit of history as they faced each other twice in the amateurs. Both bouts were competitive, but in the end, Davis was victorious on both occasions. The Davis vs. Roach rivalry will continue at the pro level, but the matchup isn't being well received by all boxing fans. According to former champion and boxing legend Bernard Hopkins, Davis has already done enough to secure his place in the Hall of Fame.
I think his legacy will be in his time, which he needs to be respected for, that Tank did what most of the greats did in their time, accomplish the highest goal that you can accomplish. And also, one ballot, as far as I'm concerned, Hall of Famer. So based on that in his time, as far as his era, where it was loaded with fighters or fights.
Hopkins praised Davis for his achievements in the ring, suggesting that even with 12 months left to go, his impact on the sport is undeniable. Hopkins appeared in an interview where the 59-year-old said that while Tank might change his mind, he's one for the ballot as far as he was concerned. I think his legacy will be in his time, which he needs to be respected for. Tank did what most of the greats did in their time, accomplish the highest goal that you can accomplish. Bernard Hopkins discusses why Gervonta Davis would enter the Hall of Fame if he retires at the end of next year, known as the Executioner. Hawkins had an illustrious career spanning nearly 3 decades, during which time he became the oldest world champion in boxing history.
Every era has that same situation. I don't think they're ever going to go away or ever would be something dismissed from eras of conversation. But I think Tank Davis, understand his path and going to go by what he feels. Hey, he's young still. Might change his mind. Who knows? Something might happen in the next 1 or 2 fights where there's an automatic repeat or rewind of something spectacular on his way out.
Hawkins knows a little something about legacy, and if he believes Davis has enough of one, then that truly makes him a Hall of Famer. Davis announced plans, surprising fans during a press conference promoting his WBA lightweight championship fight against Lamont Roach in March. Davis didn't hold back when explaining his decision, expressing frustration with the sport. "I'm done with it," he said, emphasizing he was ready to step away for good. As the fight date approaches, fans can expect an exciting build-up, including press conferences and promotional events. With both fighters hailing from the Washington, D.C. Baltimore area, there's an added local rivalry element to this matchup. Boxing enthusiasts are eagerly anticipating what promises to be an action-packed night of boxing at the Barclays Center. American sports writer Dan Raphael has a promising idea for the upcoming boxing schedule. He said, "One promising solution is to pair Davis Roach with the attractive light heavyweight bout between unbeaten talents David Benavidez and David Morrell, who are seeking a Jan 25 Prime Video pay-per-view fight in Las Vegas." Straight from the heart of Baltimore, Gervonta "Tank" Davis isn't holding back with his latest message. In a fiery statement, Tank made it clear that when it's time to fight, and by calling out Lamont Roach, he said, "He better not bring his family. That's what I've been saying. He might be my people, but we gotta get it on. I don't care who he come with. None of them can stop this. I'm not just repping Baltimore. I'm repping people all over. Everyone who's going through something. If people doubt you, or you think your back is against the ropes, I do it for you." Lamont Roach Jr. is speaking with confidence ahead of his upcoming clash with Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Roach made it clear that this fight is personal, and he's ready to prove he has what it takes. In a bold statement, he said, "They're gonna celebrate with me in Brooklyn. I can do whatever I want. He's not doing anything to me. He's got nothing for me. It's just me and him. He can't be worried about these other people. My advice to the kids who want to fight is to keep your head down. I didn't get this far by half-assing anything. I put that work in. I advise any youngin' to go chase their dream. If it was easy, everyone would do it, so you just gotta keep pushing." Gervonta Davis is still excited about his victory this past June over Frank Martin. The devastating knockout in the 8th round cemented Tank Davis's reputation as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters today. Motivated by his crushing victory, the lightweight champion issued a veiled warning to his next opponent, Lamont Roach. The clear allusion to their next fight is the latest in the war of words that Davis and Roach have been maintaining since their fight was announced late in September. "We got a problem," or "You must think I'm one of them regular niggas you fought," or some "LOL, cut it out measy," have been some of the posts that Roach has dedicated to Davis on X. In turn, Tank has responded by saying, "I advise you not to talk so much. It can be bad for you. You know that already, though, YO." Despite the war of words, fans and analysts have questioned Davis's choice of opponent. In principle, despite being the WBA super featherweight champion, Roach has not shown great punching power, something vital to face a knockout artist like Tank. Another point against him is that Roach will have to gain 9 pounds from his natural weight to face this fight. The responses to his recent posts demonstrate the disappointment of fans. Can you fight somebody that's gonna actually give you some bump? And yet another cherry pick by Tank were some of the reactions to Davis's message. Another netizen summed up the feeling of the media and fans by saying, "Y'all better stop falling for these weak tricks. Fighters moving up down from their natural fighting weight, but he doesn't want to move up or face any of the competition in his wheelhouse. Teo, Devin, Shakur, etc. Nobody wants this fight." As the tension builds between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach, it's clear this fight is set to be one for the books. With Tank's power and Roach's determination, the stage is set for a thrilling showdown. Who do you think will come out victorious in this epic showdown? Gervonta Tank Davis with his knockout power, or Lamont Roach with his skill and determination? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this exciting fight.